I'm looking for my father.
So what was she doing there? Does she know we're going to Reno?
This kind of thing can't happen here.
Mr. Pope.
He scared people.
Where are you going?
Florida?
Looks like you're going someplace.
Getting married.
Marriage is 2, Henry, not 3.
Won't you come, Jess? Like you used to.
I want to take care of you.
You should put something over that.
Dad.
So I'll see you Thursday then?
Oh, yeah.
He said, you have to.
Look, here I am. It's TV. All right, so I just got so carried away with my guests. 2 guests, and I'm fablungent. Anyway, let me just start by saying, what was that? That's not a movie that is coming out in the near future because that's our guest's trailer. Okay, Bonnie Steiger movie, Close Up High, here we are. We do have some other movies coming up later, but now that was the trailer to Once Beautiful Past. And tonight, isn't that strange? I was able to find yet another filmmaker in San Francisco. I'm so lucky. I'm able to find these people looking under rocks in the forest, in the woods, the tunnels, and the tunnels. That's a joke.
Yeah, yeah.
And with me tonight, right next to me is Rory Dean, who wrote and directed Once Beautiful Past. And beyond Rory is Mallissa K. Dean, conveniently with the same name, so I don't have to worry about forgetting it, produced on this film. Produced and shot the stills and storyboards. You're an artist.
Yes.
And there are purposes for artists in films.
A lot of purpose.
But a producer has to be all business too.
Yes. It's a good thing I'm a Gemini.
Crack the whip.
Double. It's so tiring being a Gemini, isn't it?
It's exhausting.
You got to try living with a Gemini.
Oh no.
That's tiring.
Oh no, it was hard enough living with the nice signs. So anyhow, here we are, Once Beautiful Past, Bay Area filmmakers. Tell me what this film is about if people couldn't get it all from the trailer.
Essentially, it's a father-daughter story, and the main character finds out that he has a progressive illness, and it kind of forces him to want to reconnect with his estranged daughter. And the story is about him trying to get back into her life, and her, in the beginning, really not wanting him to come back into her life because he's been gone for so long.
Even before he was ill, he was distant,
right,
and leading his own life.
Right. We find out through the course of the story that there was a tragic traffic accident where his wife and his daughter's mother was killed.
Right.
And that was kind of the beginning of their separation. And the story takes place when he's going back to find her.
You started off, before we go on to look at a clip of this, as a full-time writer, were you not? Poetry, short stories. What moved you? Or is it inevitable if you're in the arts, as you both are in the arts, photography, writing, that inevitably you must end up making films?
Well, I think everyone wants, I think anyone who has an interest in film, even if they're an observer, I think everyone has an interest in maybe being part of the filmmaking process. And for me, my writing was always very visual, and for me it was just kind of a natural progression, that I saw that my work was very visual, and I kind of wanted to take it in a new direction. I wrote for about 10 years, short stories and poetry, and decided that I would give it a shot and try film school.
And Mallissa, you are in the arts, but now you have to be a producer. Kicking and screaming?
I see things need to get done and I do it. If I can't find someone else to do it, then I will do it.
So as a producer, we can visualize writing, we can visualize directing, it's hard to visualize producing. Did you find the money?
Yeah.
You found the money.
Found the money. Made it happen.
You secured the cast and crew.
Yes.
Now that's a big thingy.
Yeah, a lot of calls and making sure people were going to be there and what time and where and finding where was going to be. Locations.
Right. You had a big crew on this too.
Yes, we did.
I noticed the credits roll a long time.
They do.
It looks very professional to have a lot of credits at the end of it.
Yes, but they're real. They are.
They
real
really
people,
are real,
and they're not just us over and over and over.
No. I know it's lots of different names,
lots of different people
positions.
were on this film. Very talented in many areas.
Yeah. Well, we shot for 16 days, which was, in and of itself was crazy. Most
now
of
the movie is 38 minutes.
The movie is 38 minutes.
Right.
And we shot for 16 days. Mm-hmm. And actually, stepping back, when we first put out the casting call, I was telling you before the show that it took a week before we had any replies at all, and I was getting really nervous.
Now, what do you think that was, though?
Well, I think it was a snafu, because even though I posted it on January 1st, their system actually didn't get it officially posted until like a week or so later.
Oh, well, nobody saw it then.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was funny.
Did you forget to click on your email return from Craigslist to get it posted?
No, all Craigslist was fine. But when we finally got people starting to read the synopsis and finding out what the film was about, at the end of our casting call, we had 1,600 people apply. For a handful of roles, and which was extremely flattering, and I was like, wow, really excited. But then we had to go through them.
Well, let me ask: did you offer payment for acting?
We did.
Well, there you go. Yeah, that means every actor in the Bay Area, whether they're suited for the part or not, are going to try and get in there.
Right.
But that's very nice of you to have done that.
In school, I had classes where we tried to get free actors. And then I had some tremendous instructors at the Academy of Art, right. Tracy Ward and Donna Lameland for two, the ones that really stand out for me. And we worked kind of together on what was the best approach. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to go with as many professional actors and crew that I could.
Right.
And so I actually hired, my editor was a real editor, a professional. A lot of crew members were people that had been working in the industry,
getting paid.
Right?
Right.
And
it pays, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, and that's not to say that if you're don't belong to a union or you're not a quote unquote professional that you don't have talent. It's just I was very fortunate that I had so many people wanting to work on the story, and once we were able to kind of narrow down the cast and get our crew together, mm-hmm.
We
We went right into kind of a callback sequence where we brought the actors in, and when I started to pick the actors that I thought were the best for the part, we put them in the room with other actors that were kind of being billed.
They matched well.
So they matched well, and I was really fortunate that my lead, Robin, and the actress who played Alba, Emily Talbot, she had forgotten a book, one of her folders, and the night before. And so she came back in to pick it up, and it was just luck that Robin was there that day. And I said, hey, do you have 5 minutes? Can I put you in the room with Robin? And I didn't really need to, but it was just, I wanted to see what happened, and it was fabulous. It was like I knew who were going to be in the film at that point.
Let us look at a real clip now, rather than the trailer, which we opened with. A choice, like 2.5 minutes worth of a scene with as many characters I could get in together at one time.
Okay, great.
That gives away a whole lot of the story.
Okay, great.
Do you want to set this up? This is at the hospital near the beginning.
Yeah, this is actually the very beginning of the film, and the setup is the main character, Henry Hall, is at the hospital, and he's being checked out to find out why he's having some issues, some memory loss, and some confusion.
He's been drifting.
He's been drifting, and he's there, and he's kind of mistakenly asked his girlfriend and his daughter to pick him up from there, but neither one of them know the other one is going to show up.
He forgot. Okay, so here is a lovely choice clip from Once Beautiful Past. We'll be back shortly.